Our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones we miss. Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is Modern Escapism. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Oodles. Lean on me when you're not strong. Joining me today, because he's happy, is Gadget.
I am happy.
He feels it in his fingers. He feels it in his toes. It's Stig.
Hello.
Stop! In the name of love. It's Candy.
Before you break my heart. Hello.
Woo! And rate me, my friend. It's Biggie.
What the fuck was that?
Hello and welcome to the show. This episode, it's going to be a good one. We'll be arranging our personal feel-good movies, chatting about our weeks in the Nexus, and slagging absolutely nobody off in the green room at all. Before all that, it's time for some super positive news.
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's Breaking News.
World premiere. But more on that later. After a reported 7 years of development, Apple's AR headset is finally here. Didn't even know it was coming out. With Vision Pro, you're no longer limited by a display, Apple CEO Tim Cook said, introducing the new headset at the WWDC 2023. Blah, 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 it does this, it does that, and you can have it all for $3,499. Cha-ching!
It isn't for the regular people. I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of phase one early tester thing.
I don't like the pass-through screen on the outside so you can see the people's eyes. It's all a bit uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what else is going to be uncanny valley? It's, you know, they do that FaceTime thing, but they're kind of making up your own facial features. That's going to look super odd. It's going to look like Henry Cavill with the Superman moustache edited out, isn't it? Just a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
I just think it's odd that they've like shown people walking around the street. You walk around Pontefract with one of them on, you're going to get your head caved in.
Yeah. Yeah, $3,500 on your bonds.
You're gonna people don't walk around with AirPods in.
No one is gonna walk around with that and just gonna sit at home and wank off.
Look, we've seen these trailers. When the Switch was launched, I was playing Switch on top of buildings playing basketball. I was at parties playing Switch.
Yeah.
You know, this is what we're going to be doing. That's what we're doing.
Sure.
It's also
Inviting our friends around for a coffee and still wearing your headset.
Yeah.
Well, rude.
Getting in the shower with your headset on.
It's also only got a 2-hour battery life.
So yeah, when it says you can watch a film on the plane,
You can't.
well, you can't.
Unless you plug it in
Can't watch Lord of the Rings, can you?
or buy the 150 quid battery pack that goes with it.
That'll be it. It'll be battery only.
That's actually quite cheap for Apple, isn't it? For an accessory.
I do like though that it's not controller based. It's all like gestures and using your hands. I think that works.
No, I hate that.
Well, no, because I think if they do it right,
You've tried typing on one of them things. You've played an Oculus Quest. I have. Are you saying try typing on that shit?
Yeah. But
That's
I'm
the
not
whole
gonna
point.
type on it.
Type.
Yeah.
You're not
Pointy type.
using the controllers. Use your hands. So you can
don't
do.
think it.
I think it's miles better
No-
not having something in your
No
hand.
feedback though. There's no feedback.
Well, yeah, but you can also pair it with a Bluetooth controller in front of you if you want to, and use the pass-through to see it.
Gadget's
I say, if you're tugging away, you might set off some accidental settings.
For God's sakes, man.
What you mean?
Come on, because clearly this is just going to be for like people putting themselves into a porno.
Oh, it's rich people's porn.
Yeah. You
It's cheaper than getting married.
You don't want controls getting in the way.
Yeah. I think the main thing with it is a kind of a stupid product at a stupid price, but the tech that they've put into it is really good. Like a lot of that eye tracking stuff and the hand tracking stuff that they've put into it will go into future consumer level VR headsets, and they'll be awesome.
Yes, it's true. Absolutely, 100%.
Wait for like 3 versions down the line when it's $1,000.
Yeah, because
Just take these.
let's
Go on.
be honest, right? iPhone came out. That's way too expensive. No one's going to buy them for that price. Watch comes out. No one's going to buy that for that price. Few versions down the line, like millions of people have got them. Yeah.
I think it is also worth remembering, like the Meta Quest is basically an Android phone with goggles on it. The Apple Vision Pro, it's actually a full MacBook in there. It's like the M2 chip, so it is really fucking powerful for what it can do.
I'm still happy with my Google Cardboard. I don't know naysayers. I've never used it. I'm joking, but yeah, fair play. Someone's got to do it first, haven't they?
Yep.
May as well be Apple. They've got the money.
Also, did find it funny that it wiped 85 billion off their valuation in the space of the 10-minute announcement.
Yeah, well, did you see?
That always happens, though, doesn't it? Apparently, people get nervous with new inventions.
Why though? When it's Apple, like she knows she's going to shoot back up again. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
I saw it was really funny because there was a TikTok I seen where they were charting the share price, and like the share price like drops a little bit when they first see it, then it goes back up, and then they announce the price and it drops like a stone.
all they have to do when stuff like that happens is
buy one.
They just have to announce a pink phone, and it's like, oh my god, the shares have gone back up again. It's a pink one. Like they did with that yellow one recently.
Yeah. Oh, the yellow one! You have widgets now. You can finally have widgets.
What? Widgets in 2023? Unbelievable.
But she's got a new hat.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But that video of the people where it was just like, and it's all yours for $3,499 or something, and everyone just went,
Yeah.
No, he led it up when he was talking about it. Mr. Garrison.
He did sound like Mr. Garrison, didn't he?
Yeah. He was leading it up. He was saying, so he was saying how like we've put a lot of expensive materials in this, and we're getting it all that, weren't he? And then he went, and all this could be yours for this. And it's like, that's why you led us up, telling us how expensive it is to make, and you make no money off this thing at all. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I can't wait 10 years' time to listen to me saying it's fine when we're all using them and.
We'll be recording on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll be laughing. When webcams first came out, he'll never catch you on. Look at us now. Next, please. Okay, now.
Recently, at the showcase that we'll be talking about later, Microsoft announced the 1 terabyte Xbox Series S model. And it launches on the 1st of September. And that's
$199?
$349.
Woohoo!
That was fucking hilarious. An extra £100 for a black paint job and another 512 gig SSD.
I said it on the stream. I literally double checked on CEX website. You can get a Series S and the little extension that you put in the back, the 1 terabyte one, for £180 pre-owned. If you want to be stupid and get a black one for that price, enjoy.
Then spend a tenner. Well, then just go and spend a tenner on a tin of black paint from.
Exactly.
Or get a permanent marker.
Or a permanent marker.
Yeah, permanent. Yeah, nail varnish.
Oh no. No, it's a good move for them to put a bigger terabyte because I think that's going to be for Starfield. I expect Starfield's.
Yes, because Starfield's going to be 600 gigabytes. Just because it's 512, isn't it? This Series S.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 600. It's like, oh no, you're locked out. You have to buy this exclusive Starfield extension card that you put in the back. And Kenny's like, yes, even though she doesn't need one. It's like, yes. Oh, God, capitalism. Gotta love it. Next.
Wallace and Gromit are getting a new video game, but this time it's a VR title for the Meta Quest 2. Yeah. Imagine that being quite cool in VR, though.
Yeah, I do.
Managed to capture that world.
They look quite cute from what I saw. I mean, it didn't really show much, did it? It just showed Wallace stepping out of the spaceship.
Oh, has it going to have that fridge on it then? That oven thing, that fridge?
I hope not. He's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, if it comes at you.
Well, the voice actor they've got for Wallace is doing a very good impression of Peter Sallis.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yes.
I still say it now. The Wallace and Gromit films, cracking films, Gromit.
They are
really good.
Brilliant.
I heard they were a bit cheesy.
Really good. Winslow. Next.
Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, is linked to our last news report recently. It has a... Start again. Do that again.
Okay, baby.
Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who raised his name, it will be a digital-only release. As mentioned in last week's news, apparently no plans for a physical version. Stig picked out a little interesting snippet he'd found on the internet to do with, I think it was the French Connection, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned about your point about issues about having things being digital only, and there were certain scenes or dialogue removed from that movie, so you don't get the original product when
it's not so bad with
or can be altered.
It's not so bad with gaming, but with films and TV, I think it's like the dialogue they took out is not very nice, but it's character.
You get the distributor's cut, don't you?
Yeah,
when it's digital. That's it.
He's using racial slurs, but that's because he's a bit of a shit. He's he's not a very nice person.
Imagine they brought out Tarantino collection without any slurs in it.
And
there was no film.
Unfortunately, there are people out there who still use those slurs, so it's like you can't just cut it out and act as though it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Imagine American History X without it. Start and end within a minute. It's like,
why is he kicking that boy on the floor?
It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just erase it because it's a wider discussion on that. But I just think I don't get it. Like, this is why I still advocate that if you want your favorite films, get them on physical, because you have no idea what a distributor is going to do. They could edit it, they could lock it away, they could change things, they could go all George Lucas on it and add like thousands and thousands of CGI like monsters to it. Like,
lest we forget the singing bit on Return of the Jedi.
Exactly. I just think it's
so bad.
I just think it's a bad precedent to start changing people's work.
Yeah. And if this is being allowed, everything's just going to be like, oh, we can do that, can we? Like you said, American History X, instead of having a swastika on his chest, he's going to have like a Christmas tree or something, isn't he? Why is that young man so angry?
Why does he hate Christmas so much?
What's the joke from Community? Oh, it's going to be a maze.
Yeah, it's going to be a maze. Finished.
That's obviously to the extreme, because that film, you can't really have that film without.
You never know, do you? You just never know.
I just don't see what benefit there is to taking that dialogue out of something like the French Connection. It doesn't remove anything from the film, but it doesn't really gain anything by taking it away. But it just kind of leaves a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. To like, well, I don't like that, so I'm going to remove it.
At first, I was like, "Yeah, bring on digital," but now, after contemplating this, when you mentioned it, I was like, "Yeah, there's some things I do hold really precious. You know what I mean, in my memory, and I don't want it like tarnished."
Yeah, just imagine if your favorite film is only available on streaming, and they stop distributing any Blu-rays or DVDs of it, or a new film comes out. Yeah, I absolutely love that film, but it goes to streaming, and then they go, "Well, we're going to save space." And lock that away. Yeah. Your only means to ever see it again is like illegal streaming. Like it's just a bit.
It's never best quality anyway, is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just a bit of a bad road.
Yeah, I think everyone will agree on that. Next.
Speaking of discs, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth had its trailer
2 discs
released this week, and it's coming on 2 discs.
Is it?
It's that big. Apparently so.
Oh.
Although there was mention in reference that the original game also came on 2 discs, one to install the game and one to play it, but I had it digital, so I didn't know that.
Which is what this one will be.
Yeah, it was just that reaction.
No, he's talking about the original remake.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It was just that reaction when
3 discs.
When they came back from the trailer, you just heard that person in the crowd go, "Woo, 2 discs!"
Unnecessarily excited.
Yeah.
And we sound like Red Dead Redemption 2's 2 discs, if you think about it.
I just love the fact that man got so excited about it being 2 discs.
I've been waiting for.
I'm just amazed they were so proud to put it on the fucking trailer. Available on 2 discs.
I've not seen this because I never watched any of Jeff Fest, so
trailer looks great.
I'm sure it's going to lead all the way up to some character's inevitable death.
Probably.
And then part 3 will be the conclusion.
No, the death will happen. It'll go blue screen.
It could be that. It could be that. Or the death will happen and it'll be a different character altogether. Wow.
Did confirm Cosmo Canyon though, so we're all going to cry.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh no!
Oh God, I love that. Next.
Just here shrugging my shoulders.
Play it. It's a great game.
It's a great game.
No.
Yep.
No.
Street Fighter 6's first Battle Pass, or Fighter Pass as it's known, has now been was scheduled to be released as of the 9th of June. However, in a brief statement on the game's official website, Capcom have confirmed that the early Summer Vibe season has been delayed indefinitely. Network instability is apparently an issue.
Are they releasing a character?
No, it's the fighter path, the battle pass.
No new character.
Not right now.
Didn't say.
Don't give a fuck then. I don't care. I don't care.
It's weird that excuse is given it because I've been playing it online all week and I've not had any issues.
Dude, more to follow. More to follow on that. Next.
Horror movie legend John Carpenter is teaming up with Saber Interactive for a game Toxic Commando, a co-op first-person shooter. Apparently it has 80s vibes, action humour and stuff. Launches for all your formats.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not the Switch.
Oh, yeah. Stadia?
No.
Yeah.
It looks all right. It's just shooting, running, shooting.
I've not seen it.
Zombie horde shooter.
Yeah, it didn't seem much of an 80s horror romp to me, to be honest.
Apart from Bon Jovi playing in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
You give love a bad name, apparently.
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
I don't know how it fits with 80s action shooting, like zombie film though. But
just because his name's on it, I guess.
Is that song late 80s or early 90s? It's late 80s, isn't it, that one?
It's on Slippery.
Yeah.
It's a good song, though. Good song.
Very good song.
Put it in any game. Next.
The game that certain people are looking forward to, Starfield, apparently has roughly a 256 version of the game, which you can get for Starfield. And it contains a watch.
Does it?
Amongst other things.
I want that watch so fucking bad. I want it so bad.
Apparently the watch connects to your phone and gives you notifications, which I can't believe.
That is such a new technology.
I'm blown away by that.
What a world we live in. So futuristic. I bet it's gorgeous as well, that watch, isn't it?
It's stunning.
It's
love it.
fucking not,
you
mate.
take
It's
that, but
fucking
no,
ugly.
I love it.
It's fucking ugly.
I'm
It's
such
ugly.
a slave to consumerism, but I really, really need it in my life.
You're such a slave to Xbox consumerism.
Yeah.
Are you getting the controller as well?
Oh, I'd like it, but I'd rather have the watch.
Nice.
The controller is nice. I can live without though. I've got a controller. I haven't got a watch.
Hang on, I've not seen this watch. Where can I see it?
Stig, it's fucking
Google it,
minging,
Starfield
mate.
watch.
Bethesda made the watch from Starfield in real life.
It kind of looks like a white Baby G watch, but kind of the size of a dinner plate.
It's minging.
And if the price puts you off, you can just play it on Game Pass.
Did look
You're about to
massive
say
on
look
Todd's
massive.
tiny wrists.
Yeah, I was going to say the man's about
Stig,
5'3".
I'm looking at Stig's eyes now, and it looks like he's like, I like it.
Oh, fucking it's minging.
Good lad.
It's like a toy.
It's atrocious.
I hate watches like that, to be fair, in all honesty.
Yeah,
I don't really like thingy watches, what they're called.
Smartwatches.
No. If I'm going to wear a watch, I'm going to wear like a nice timepiece. And to be fair, mine not even that nice. I barely wear them, but
I've got a dress up watch. I've got
a dress watch and a smartwatch.
I've got a Tag Heuer watch.
Sorry,
when I dress up.
Sorry, Candy.
I've got my pit boy behind me when I really want to go out.
You'll all be laughing on the other side of your face when I come into that podcast and be like, all right, lads, look at this little number.
Yeah, we're laughing at you.
And it beeps and it's a text message. Your bill is
it falls
overdue.
apart.
I'd consider getting the controller if it was one of the Elite controllers.
Yeah.
Controller looks nice.
What else was it? It was a headset,
It's got a big rainbow on it, and I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, headset, controller, watch.
Headset looked nice as well, but I'm sure it's just bog standard.
Headset look nice. You're not going to see it. It's on your fucking head.
Exactly. Other people that come to my abode might see it, though.
Oh, yeah. Come in. I'll put my headset on
my one friend
entertain
might
you.
like it.
You could upgrade your Legend of Zelda headset and the people on the podcast could see it.
Exactly.
Is that what you've got on now?
Yeah, Astros. They're a bit uncomfortable, actually. These aren't my gaming ones.
Oh, she's thinking about it.
I'm not wearing fucking over-the-ear headsets ever again. I've seen that fucking that video, that news article. That guy has got a dent in his head. Have you seen it? That streamer.
Massive, you got hair, does it? Oh, sorry. I forgot. Yeah.
Fucking hell, woman.
This goes
Todd's
out
been
to
on, has it?
thousands and thousands of people on YouTube. I need that headset.
Tens of people. Next.
Over to the world of film and TV, Zack Snyder has confirmed online speculation surrounding his forthcoming Netflix space opera Rebel Moon, confirming that it will be split into 2 films with multiple cuts to be released of each instalment.
And the crowd goes mild.
The first one apparently will arrive December the 22nd. Release date for the
wait.
second one has not been set.
Because his last film was fucking shite and all.
To be fair, if he's releasing them, I probably will watch the more adult version. Because, he doesn't really care about the PG versions, does he, anyway?
No, he clearly don't.
You should just see, I think it's like the way he phrased it, and he's just like, "Oh, my fans expect this kind of something from me." And then the comments on Twitter, because you know what the fanboys, the Snyder Bros, are like, and I was like,
He said, "I think for fans of mine and people who are ready to take a deeper, harder dive, that'll be fun for them."
Fucking arrogant twat.
I am. I mean, do you know the PG version of Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really good. He kidnaps Thingy from Princess Bride and tells him about the tale of Deadpool 2 without any rubric. Me and my kids have watched that. It's really good. But Zack Snyder won't go to those lengths to make it a kind of a different film, will he? He'll just cut out the boobs.
It just cut out the sex scenes, the gratuitous butt shots, and probably have to take out some of the slow-mo to try and reduce the...
Do you think he'll keep
the cut down time?
He'll keep the Leonard Cohen in there, do you reckon? Probably will. Hallelujah will still be in there, won't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not a Snyder film without Hallelujah playing in the background, is it? Fucking joke.
We'll still
Crap.
You know that you say that, but we'll still watch it.
Yeah, I watched his last one, that fucking zombie one, where the zombies were mating.
Oh god, that was awful.
It's so bad.
What is
Batista's
that?
like, oh, you not seen it? The Batista one?
Army of the Dead or something like that.
Yeah.
Babies of the Dead. Fucking shocking, mate. Zombies have sex and have a baby. Or something. I can't remember it very well, but something like that.
They're a bit more with it, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not zombies. It's fucking shite.
The premise is great, but the execution is terrible.
Like every Snyder film.
And it's got Hallelujah in it.
Probably.
It has.
Amazing.
It definitely has. I remember mentioning it. Next, before he listens.
So, some bloke you may have heard of, Hideo Kojima, has a documentary coming out.
Is it the expose of how he completely understands the English language and pretends he doesn't? Because
It will feature
he's been
contributions
fooling everyone.
from visionary artists such as Guillermo del Toro, Nicholas
Snyder.
Winding, Refn Grimes, George Miller, Norman Reedus, Woodkid, Churches,
All
and
his
many
mates,
others.
then. All his mates.
This
that were in Death
thoughtful film
Stranding.
explores the power and potential of video games as an art form through the work of an influential talent revered by millions worldwide.
That'll be
Great.
interesting.
Keeler's in it.
He wrote that himself, didn't he?
Yes,
I think he
Definitely wrote that himself.
I think he did.
I think he wrote the film himself.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there's going to be Yoji Shinkawa stuff in it? Because
Probably.
that were his husband for a long time.
Yeah, probably not. They're not on talking terms now, are they?
They've not been for a while, mate. No. Oh, what a partnership that was. Now it's him and Jeff.
I wonder if he's going to go in depth into the Konami stuff. He's finally going to speak his mind on Konami.
He got like a super injunction, didn't he, or something like that?
Nah, they just stopped him from attending the Game Awards, which upset Jeff massively.
My husband can't turn up.
Yeah, couldn't get his annual reach around.
I do love Kojima. He's a genius, but he definitely wrote that blurb. 100%. Next.
Three trailers were announced. Good Omens Season 2. I still haven't seen the first series.
That season's
Good.
great, and that trailer for
Really
the second looks great.
Those two are fantastic together. They always have been, haven't they?
Michael Sheen and David Tennant, yeah.
Yeah, especially on that Zoom program they did, when they were just on Zoom. So good.
Staged, yeah, that was fantastic.
Stage.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. It's based on writings that Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett did They never finished off. They basically got drunk in a hotel room at a con,
Yeah.
and they wrote out the outline for the second book, and they just never got round to it.
They didn't just get drunk; they were on fucking drugs and all. Apparently,
Don't you fucking break my immersion on Terry Pratchett. He's a good lad that liked his whiskey.
Gaiman said it loads of times. They were on psychedelics.
I don't listen to Gaiman. I listen to Pratchett, and Pratchett doesn't say much these days. He's retired.
Don't you fucking slag Gaiman off ever?
I know Gaiman's on drugs. I've seen fucking Sandman.
That man's on drugs.
I think the next one was on drugs as well. Twisted Metal. The PlayStation
Twisted
1
Metal?
video game
New game?
adaptation.
No, TV series.
TV show.
The trailer for
Fuck
the
off.
TV series. Did anyone see this?
I saw it.
Yes.
It's going to get cancelled after a week.
Oh,
Is
my
it?
God.
So
It's just a car show.
car show with Anthony Mackie as the star. Will Arnett is playing Sweet Tooth.
He's not big enough.
Well, no,
No,
he's
just a
voicing
voice.
Sweet Tooth.
Samoa Joe. Sweet
Oh,
Tooth.
that
wrestler.
adds up.
But
Yeah,
Will-
that adds up.
Will Arnett voicing him.
I don't know why you do that. Samoa Joe's
Why can't Samoa Joe? He's a good.
Samoa Joe's a
he's
great,
good speaker.
great actor. He's fucking terrifying as well. Have you seen some of his promos
Yeah.
in wrestling?
Yeah.
He's a great speaker.
Yeah.
That's mental. Will,
No wonder- no
Will
wonder
Arnett's
when
got
I-
a great voice.
I know, but no wonder when I was watching it, I was like, thinking that didn't sound like Samoa Joe, that they've done something to his voice, but there you go. That's why then.
Yeah.
He has
It
got a
looks
good
so
voice, Arnett.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Sweet
Mackie
Tooth
as
is cracking awful puns throughout the scene, and then he attacks
Anthony Mackie play?
Mackie.
He's like
And
an
John
original
Doe,
character.
apparently.
John Doe. They
Yeah.
haven't given him a
And
name.
then during this scene, he grabs him, smashes John Doe's face into what looks like either an arcade machine or a fruit machine, and then they start ad-libbing the song, the thong song by Cisco between them. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
This should have
We
been.
see that bomb.
Exactly.
This should have been a live action sentient cars chasing each other.
Yeah.
But no,
What is this? Who asked for a twist? We haven't had a Twisted Metal game in 10 years.
I think it's.
Yeah,
I think it was Sony walking through the halls of licenses that they could farm out to somebody to make something.
Oh,
with.
we're gonna get a Ridge Racer show soon. Then let's go.
This is so cancelled, I'm telling you.
Fantavision
it's not
show.
Gonna, it's not going to go beyond a season.
No,
Anthony
it's not.
Mackie has a fucking nightmare when it comes to telly programs. Because
He's good and all.
He's good, but
He's a good
Altered Carbon
actor.
got cancelled after his season.
Didn't it? Yeah.
It did. Falcon
And
and
he
the
were
Winter
good in it.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier don't think it's getting renewed because it's just going into the next film.
Mate, he got critically panned as well.
I mean, that was always going to go into film, but the show's.
that was the plan.
shit.
Yeah, the show is abominable. It's awful.
I think it was in something else as well. Quick IMDb.
Can you remember him in Pain and Gain?
No, because that was a terrible film. I turned it off.
Try not to think about that film.
It's so fucking shit.
Hated it so much. I don't ever turn films off. I can only think of like 2 or 3 films I've turned off.
But when I
That's
do,
one
it's Michael Bay.
and that's one of them. It was. Did Michael Bay do 6 Underground?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the other one I turned off. Yeah, it's Michael Bay.
Michael Bay's a fucking terrible director. That's why. It's fucking shocking. He is the lowest common denominator director. He's the Uwe Boll of Hollywood.
Oh God, that's funny.
Fucking shite.
And finally, the third trailer I picked out was the Expendables 4. It's turned into a Fast and Furious series, isn't it? And it's actually got the 4 in the middle of the word Expendables. So it actually says
Expend 4 balls.
4 balls.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And
Expend
if you
4
think
balls.
that's bad,
Get a
here's the
prize.
tagline. They'll die when they're dead.
Wow.
They know what they're doing.
But the thing
They're not being
about
serious.
Oh,
I just
goodness.
oh God, the problem with the Expendables is 1, none of them are expendable. None of them die. 2,
None of them are actually in any danger at any
Until they're
point.
no, they don't lean into the camp side enough.
No, they take it
And they don't,
seriously.
yeah, but they don't lean into the serious side enough. So they're in this weird middle ground where
Fast and Furious.
Can you remember when
Yeah, it's like-
Dolph Lundgren turned into a baddie in it, and then he turned into a goodie on it, and they forgave him for being a baddie, and then
So
Chuck
like
Norris
Fast and
turned
Furious
up.
films.
And then and then Chuck Norris turned up and killed all the baddies, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger
Oh.
came up and smoked a cigar.
What about
There's not much to it.
what about the time that Chuck Norris turned up and cracked an actual Chuck Norris joke?
Yeah,
Yes,
that was
yes.
About
Actually,
5 years too late.
Too late.
Yeah.
bad.
They are not good films.
The offensive thing I find about them is that they put Terry
That's
Crews
how
in them
cool
because he's
Chuck Norris is, though.
They put Terry Crews in them because he's a big fucking muscly guy, which is great. But they don't let him be Terry Crews. He is funny. Let him do shit.
Yeah, they just make him do it dry, don't they?
Yeah.
The best thing about Terry Crews is that first one with his shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a great scene where I think it's Statham or someone's looking down the hallway, and all you see, suddenly you just see a lot of bodies get blown back, and Terry Crews walks across the entrance with his shotgun blasting everyone back. That's brilliant, but the rest of it is crap. That's literally the only thing I can remember.
I always like to see Mickey Rourke's face as well. Just see it. Just not because I like him. Just I like to see his face because it's like a curiosity. Look at that face.
Just to confirm it still exists.
Then they had Bruce Willis and
face.
Arnie in together, didn't they? And
Yeah,
Bruce Willis is not going to be the next one, is he? He's retired.
Bruce Willis did Arnie's catchphase, and Arnie said yippee-ki-yay, and it was all just so cringe and horrible. And Van Damme was called Villain.
Yeah.
Villain.
So bad, those films.
Next.
Speaking of bad, you can put this date in your diary so you can avoid it at all costs. Vin Diesel has announced April 2025 will be the release for Fast X Part 2. Can't even
Good
say
luck.
it.
Can't wait for that.
The Last Stand. No.
This is going to frustrate the hell out of me, considering the way the Fast and Furious films have had a fucking different nomenclature all the way through. They're calling it Fast X Part 2. It should be Fast 11. Just fucking call it Fast 11.
No,
because that's going to be a different film.
That would make sense.
Do you reckon if they're doing it as a three-parter, it'll be First XXX, like First Triple X?
Yeah, and then he's going to turn into Xander Cage.
Xander Cage.
He's going to play two parts. It's going to be Xander Cage and Dom Toretto.
Oh my god!
Or they bring Ice
and they're
Cube
going to
into
have
it.
a love scene together. They're going to actually start copping off with each other. Xander
It's
Cage.
going to be a porn parody by the
Dom.
Triple X.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah.
Now that's how you do films.
Cinema.
Yes, that is cinema. That is cinema. That'll sweep up at the Oscars, that. Absolutely. Next.
Finally, the Weird World Web. A town in East Yorkshire
that
still has
weren't.
its Christmas tree up. And not because they're trying to keep the festive spirit alive. The Christmas tree in Beverley is still standing because a wood pigeon lives there. The town council was supposed to take the tree down in January, but due to the Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981, it's illegal to take, damage or destroy the nest of any wild bird while it's in use or being built. That means the tree cannot be moved until the pigeon decides to move of its own free will.
What?
The tree even
it
still
Beverley in
has its
Yorkshire?
lights up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice place.
Councillor Dennis Healy said they don't want to remove the bird and will wait for the pigeon to leave.
Oh.
See, in the south, they'd have had that and ate it.
Mm-hmm. Good eating.
Just ate it.
Pigeon
We love
pie.
a bit of squib pie down here.
Or
Bit of squib. Bit of squib pie.
chuck some carrots in it.
Is it squib,
Rattles.
squab, squib, squab, squib,
Squab.
squab, squib, squibble, squibbly, bit a bit. That's how you guys talk
Bog
down
standard,
there.
innit?
Standard fucking jellied eels. Jellied pigeons. Eels. Eels up inside ya.
Eels.
Excellent. Is that the news, sir?
That is it, dude.
We're going to start the Nexus with Stig because he wants to continue this non-E3 that we're in. Keep it rolling. Keep it fucking rolling. Come on.
Only because I've not done anything else this week.
Because he's a lazy shit.
Other than watch Succession, so I've got nothing to talk about.
Take that off your bingo cards, guys. He mentioned the name Succession.
It's so good, though. Should we talk about Succession, guys?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
Why do you just do a fucking spoiler cast and be off with it?
I need to finish it first.
Yeah, he needs to finish. He's got 13 more episodes to go.
I finished season 2 yesterday. It is good.
At the ending of season 2.
Good, innit?
Yeah. Anyway, let's not do that. Yeah, so should we talk about the Xbox showcase?
Let's talk about this Xbox showcase.
Wait, what do you want to cover first? Do you want to talk about the Xbox one first, or there's Jeff Fest that was earlier on in the week?
Do Jeff Fest, because I weren't there. I didn't watch any of that. I'd like to know some of that.
was that
I
good.
think we'll be done with Jeff Fest a little bit quicker as well.
Yeah.
So what was he wearing first, please?
It was disappointing. He was dressed reasonably normal.
Yeah, he had
It
normal
was-
shoes on.
Well, they weren't
Did he-
that normal. They were
Didn't
still
he have
the
like a
sneakers.
suede blazer on or anything?
He
Yeah,
did have
suede
a
blazer.
blazer that was slightly too small, which is Jeff's usual MO, isn't it?
Were the crowd going mild?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Apart from
they
the
did last year,
two-disc
didn't they?
moment.
Do this!
I did last year. The crowd at the Game Fest are like, yeah.
I actually said that, didn't I? I thought that they were just very.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They did last year. They were doing
just
last year. They were
boring. Unless it's like, oh, it's a
games.
it's like a sequel to a franchise, or it's a new franchise.
Oh, mate, yeah.
They'll show something.
If it's somewhere that they loved, if it were Borderlands, they'd have gone, Borderlands! And start swinging the dicks about.
But they'll show something that looks really kind of interesting, and they just kind of come back, and it's like
yeah,
all right. Like I thought that looked really good.
That's what I noticed last year. I was like, the Game Awards are different. Everyone's like, fucking yeah,
because they're all fucking hammered.
yeah.
So, the first one from Jeff Festoodles that I think you'd be interested in.
Okay.
A little return for a series that I know you'd be into. Prince of Persia.
No fucking way. Pop.
Yeah. And it's a Metroidvania this time.
You're fucking lying to me. Let me have a look.
I'm not. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It's a 2.5D Metroidvania. Big boss fights.
What?
Lots of puzzling. Lots of movement tech. Lost Crown.
Okay.
It did look a bit of a mix of
he
the
looks,
OG and
he looks
Sands
good,
of Time,
doesn't he?
didn't
With
it?
his,
Yeah.
he looks good with his braids and that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I figured you'd be into that one.
I am into that one. Oh yeah. Oh, there is a big boss, a big chimera. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. Okay.
Into
Well, while he's getting a hard on for that, we got a first look at Mortal Kombat 1.
Gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Oh, fucking hell. I miss everything, mate.
it's
I was asleep because I don't drink anymore.
it's bloody. I think that's the way that what you can take away.
Yeah, it's
Mortal Kombat game, bloody.
it looks very like it's obviously like similar style to the last one, just nice looking graphics, and it also looks like you can kind of tag someone in for a special attack.
Yeah,
You
you've
can,
got
like,
this kind of weird
Double
it's
team,
like
yeah.
but double team or
You
buddy
can
system.
do
or
that in
something.
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah,
They've got the
but-
finishing moves as well.
Okay, so if it's Mortal Kombat 1, so I know stupidly, I know the lore for the whole fucking series.
So do I.
So Liu Kang's the fire god, I'm assuming.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he's gone
And
back in time.
he's
to the
going back
start.
to the 90s.
So
And
he's gone beyond there because Raiden is still training.
Oh shit! So, this is important. This you've got to let me know this. Is Kano dressed in white, or has he got his black and red on?
He was in white. I think he's the original
Yeah.
Kano by the looks of it.
Perfect. I'm all up for it.
You
Put a
also
smile
get,
on your partner's face from here to here.
you also get the kind of the origin story for Mylena and Katana.
Oh, brilliant! Oh yeah, because she's a failed clone.
Yeah.
God. I mean, we got all that. Everyone knows that anyway. If you're a law,
Yeah.
if you know the law, like Oodles and I.
Yes,
I play
absolute
these
scholars.
games for the law. How sad is that? I don't.
Mate, as soon as I, unlike Street Fighter and Tekken, when I boot up a Mortal Kombat, I'm straight on story mode. I'm getting some law. I'm sucking it up.
But I do that in Tekken. I'm straight into like, I play like the mode that gives you like the story.
You want to know what's happening to the Majima Corporation?
Yeah, so I play for all like I play through Kazuya and Jin's story because it's like they're the main characters. But the story mode in the last
Oh no, he's got the devil gene still. Oh no.
the story mode in the last Tekken was terrible.
It's brilliant. And I loved it, when you had to fight I loved it.
No, it was like that reporter reporting on.
Oh shit!
It
Yeah.
was just
That
it was just like
shite.
it was just like telling us basically everything.
Stills, wasn't it?
It was just basically the story of 1 to 6.
Yeah,
Again,
I remember that.
I was like, I already know all this.
That was shite. No, but Mortal Kombat, in all seriousness, it's probably got best story in fighting games. It's mental.
It's worth watching the trailer rules. Like, it didn't really do much for me, but the graphics are really nice. The movement looks great. The presentation's top notch. Like, I think if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, this is a big one for you.
Their engine's fucking phenomenal.
There's from what I gather as well, it's like the character selection kind of goes straight into fights. There's no like loading between.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, SSD, baby.
So, you got that one. There was a weird Street Fighter 6 and Exo Primal collab where you've got a fucking robotic Ryu fighting dinosaurs.
I've changed my mind on XL Prime, and I've seen a lot on this lately. I'm kind of in. I'm kind of fucking in.
It looks fun, but I'm going to see if there's a sustained community after a month before I commit some time to
it's
it.
not going to be like a Monster Hunter community, is it?
No. They showed off Witchfire again, which looks worse than the last time we saw it.
I remember that.
It looks like it wants to be Doom Eternal, but it's really fucking slow. Like a dark fantasy FPS.
Nope.
Remnant 2 got its co-op trailer.
From the Ashes.
Yeah. And
Gunfire Games, baby.
it's beautiful. The graphics are fantastic on it.
I
I heard
fucking
the
love
first
the
one
first
was
one.
supposed to be. Yeah, I was going to say, I heard it was good.
Mate, it's fucking brilliant. It's the closest we've got to Dark Souls with guns. And it's fucking so good. I remember one of the first podcasts we ever did. I think it might be a lost episode now. I fucking reviewed it. I was praising it. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Unfortunately, it's still locked to 30 frames per second.
It is. But this one, the focus was a bit more on the guns. It looked a bit more Gears of War than the last time, but it looked chunky and big and nasty.
They said they were planning on doing it that way. They were because they've been very vocal about it. Of Gunfire Games and stuff. They've been all the way through it, and they were saying we're going to more accessible. There's a mode where you can play it as a Gears of War type shooter, or there's like the Dark Souls mode you can play, which I'm all up for that. Why not? If play it how you want to play it, they're so good. So good.
There was a big surprise announcement that we all got quite excited for, Oodles, which is okay. When was the last time we had a good Sonic game?
1991
Mania. But that was like just the originals, wasn't it? Redone slightly.
Well, the last good Sonic game I played was Sonic 2.
And you know how the good Sonic games are 2D.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting a 2D Sonic game, but with modern graphics, and it looks fucking gorgeous.
Straight up, no shit.
Straight up, no shit.
Yeah, it looks like how they did Super Mario.
It's the tagline.
Like New Super Mario Brothers was like kind of the original Mario style.
Yeah. Which everyone wants.
With upgraded graphics, like 2.5D kind of stuff.
I'd love to be back into Sonic again.
Bright, colourful, loads of kind of camera bokeh and all that kind of thing. And
oh no, shit! Sonic CD, one I played that were good. Sonic CD's good.
4-player co-op in it.
Sonic, like Amy, Knuckles, Tails, Sonic.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Fuck off. Colour me surprised.
It looks really fucking good. It's called Sonic Superstars.
Was Frontiers good in end?
Some people say it's really good, and they've currently updated some of the maps and areas, but
yeah, that's what I heard. They had a big fucking 20 gig update or something like that.
I did see the game's done quick and they made it look fun, but that's because they were breaking the fuck out of it. Liza P got a new trailer, which is the Bloodborne Pinocchio game.
Is that why I downloaded and played the demo yesterday?
Yes. I also did.
I could have downloaded. I still haven't played it yet.
Oh, it's good.
I don't think it looks that good.
There was that.
You wouldn't.
I just don't think it looks good. Like,
that's fine.
Yeah,
it was getting really good reviews because it was at Gamescom last year in Germany, and it was sort of like the highlight of about sort of 10 biggish games that they were chatting about. Liza P was the one that was getting all the kind of exposure from all the different game
all I said to Gadget, and this is me communicating to you, Gadget. 60 frames per second, Bloodborne.
Which is kind of what I said to you. That's kind of what I said to you as well,
exactly the same control scheme. Exactly the same. All the items have just got different names. They're going to get sued.
The Sandland, which is a RPG from Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, Toriyama. I saw that announced a few months ago. It leaked a few months ago.
Yeah,
it's like tanks and stuff, innit?
Yeah, tanks and robots and demons in the desert.
Yeah,
we got some gameplay of Alan Wake 2, which looks amazing.
Oh, okay.
Proper survival horror shit.
Oh,
jump scares, creepiness. You play as two characters through the game, so you play half the game as Alan and half the game as FBI agent Saga.
Oh.
And Sam Lake's in the game.
I know Sam Lake's back in because I saw his tweet.
And Sam Lake came out on stage and absolutely upstaged Jeff with his outfit. He looked dapper as fuck in a velvet suit.
Oh, I love Sam Lake. He's so unconventionally handsome.
Yeah.
Love him.
You can switch between the two characters at will as well.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god! Imagine if you've never played Alan Wake before. Fucking.
I've just downloaded the remaster as well. And
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so
a
I have
good.
it. I've not played it either.
Mate, Alan Wake. I played the remaster this year. You can. There's moments in the game where the telly comes on and you can just sit and watch a full episode of like Twilight Zone. It's so fucking good.
Well, it's not actually Twilight Zone. It's like a recreated Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It's just really weird in
It's
itself.
so fucking god. It's such a good game.
They revealed the second villain for Baldur's Gate 3 is a guy called Gortash, who is full of guy liner, looks camp as fuck, and is voiced by Jason Isaacs.
Oh fuck yes, I'm in. I love Baldur's Gate anyway.
Yeah,
Fucking yeah.
can't wait for that.
That's not Xbox exclusive, is it?
No.
Thank fuck.
No,
for
it's
that.
already out on
It's like-
PC, like early access.
It's Larian, innit? And I love it. All Larian games. Fucking big fucking crushing it.
I'm just trying to check. Right, the last one I'll bring up from this because the rest of them are just kind of a bit meh.
Shite.
There is one that is really shite. So you know how we got a shite Lord of the Rings game recently in Gollum?
Apparently.
Yeah, well we've got a shiter looking one coming up, which is called Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria, where you play as the dwarves trying to take the mines of Moria back.
Fuck off. You're lying.
But
You're fucking lying.
it looks fucking dreadful.
Return to Moria.
Yeah.
It depends what kind of game it is. It looks a bit like Big Team Survival /
Speak friend to enter.
what's the
kind of Mario?
What's the wrong with the Rock and Stone? The fourth game.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, it looks a bit like that / Big Team.
Kind of, but the graphics look shit.
Yeah, but the graphics of Valheim are shite, and that game was incredible.
Nah, I didn't get good vibes.
So you claim.
Oh, no, don't claim, mate. It won like PC.
What age is
Game
it
of the
set
Year.
in? Sorry for being a Tolkien nerd. What age is it set in? Fourth age. Are they going back? It must be fourth age.
Yeah, because you're looking to restore the kingdom of Khazad-dûm to
Restore
its
it,
former
yeah.
glory.
It'll be shit.
Fourth age. Yeah, it'll be shit. It'll be shit. Never mind.
Yeah,
Gollum
there
was such a success as well.
there was no real kind of.
Well, there's no final moment, like.
Well, that was the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which we've already talked about.
Okay.
Well, I guess the last one, we're going to get a grand strategy version of Star Trek.
Okay,
which
fair play.
they showed off with a Starfleet attacking a Borg cube, but that's about all they showed of it.
Yeah, is it RTS then? Yeah.
Yeah, grand strategy.
Yeah.
So that was Jeff Fest, and
It's a bit lackluster for Jeff. That
it was a really poor showing.
right. Xbox time.
Yeah, because Biggie's gotten out, so we might as well carry on this.
Yeah. Carry on.
We started off with Fable. Finally get a reveal on Fable. It's got Richard Ayoade.
Richard Ayoade's Fable.
as Dave, a giant.
Big Jack of the Beanstalk vibe going on, isn't there?
Yeah, big time.
And God of War Ragnarok vibes.
Yeah.
It were good. It were a good trailer, but there was no gameplay in that trailer.
Wait, it was a cinematic. It was basically showing how they've repivoted the game.
But I heard on Twitter that everything was gameplay.
Well,
I
it's
was lied to.
an in-game engine.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, nothing was pre-rendered.
Semantics.
Well,
Yes.
not really, because remember Spider-Man.
Richard Ayoade's face looked great in that, though.
Did, yeah.
I didn't feel Uncanny Valley at all. I was like, that's digital Ayoade, that.
It is. Yeah, looks great.
It does look good.
It's got the sense of humour that Fable always had, and kicking chickens, which is
Kicking chickens, yeah. All right, chicken chaser! Candid, aren't they?
We got confirmed that Avowed isn't coming this year, it's coming next year, but we got a new gameplay trailer for it, and it looks great.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I'm actually surprised it's coming out next year as well. I thought it was going to get delayed even more. From what I've heard, with the development hell I think they were in, I'm surprised.
Do you know what that shows as well? You ain't getting Elder Scrolls 6 for a while, mate.
No.
I mean,
Well, it's going to be at least 4 years.
that's Obsidian, it's not Bethesda, so you're fine.
No, but they're all owned by Xbox. They're not going to clash either.
Yeah, true.
They're all in sync.
This is definitely the Elder Scrolls tie over to keep you happy.
Yes. Keep you happy. Little cheeky 30-hour Obsidian game. Great writing, great character development, bit of magic, bit of stabbing. Have fun. Enjoy. While Candy's still on Starfield.
She's
We've
got
got,
Skyrim.
We got a really mysterious cinematic trailer for the new game from Compulsion Games, who made We Happy Few, called South of Midnight, which involved a woman walking through the bayou. There's a kind of ancient giant skeleton guy playing the blues guitar, and she's looking for a monster. Giant. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that game's about, but I'm entirely 100% neck deep in.
Like the art style.
Yeah, it looked great.
I like the sound as well. The bluegrass, the bayou, the Louisiana stuff, and the stop motion look in Spider-Verse type arcane look. It looks lovely. I hope that game's like I said to you I hope it's a Grim Fandango little story, Return to Monkey Island type game.
Yeah, that would work.
Just because I think they can do a lot more with the story on those type of games. You know what I mean? They can really get into them characters, and we are having some weird like gameplay loop attached to it. There's always room for it.
Yep. Ripping on forward, Ubisoft revealed Star Wars Outlaws, which cinematic trailer, but I guess another way to fight against Rebellion. We find out about that on the Ubisoft show, don't we?
Yeah.
By the team that did the Division, so there may be some.
Sort of I didn't know that.
similarities.
Oh, it's massive.
I love the Division.
Yeah. So if it's anything like that, it could be really good.
So basically, the
Do you think how many
Division bit in
how many
Star
beanies?
Wars.
How many beanies you could get and stuff? Bigger. We could set it with mint backpacks. Division's so fucking good, and people sleep on it. So good.
There was a release date for the Forza Motorsport reboot, which is October 10th, and then also a car advert for. Was it Chevrolet? I can't remember.
Chevrolet.
Meh. In Exile revealed Clockwork Revolution, which I'm fucking in for.
Yeah,
I like the look of it.
If you watch our reaction to it, you can hear Gadget's boner at the desk.
Yeah.
There was an almighty thump of 12 inches of meat.
It's got like fucking Bioshocky vibes. It's got Dishonored
What did
vibes.
Kieran call it in the chat? What did he call it?
Biohonored.
Biohonored art. Yeah. Yes.
Very
That's
excited
exactly
about
what it was.
And I love the steampunk aesthetic it's got.
It's like Clockwork Punk, innit? It's
looks great. And there's robot boys in it with mustaches.
There is, and you've got to respect when an automaton wants to have facial hair. You've got to respect it.
Then we had, across the whole thing, there was a reveal of 3 Persona games.
Shut up.
So there was the Persona 3 remake, which was long rumored and possibly leaked. And then Persona 5 Tactica.
It looks incredible.
I like the look of that.
Yeah, like
and that other Shin Megami one.
Metaphor Refantasio.
Yeah, which is another Shin Megami one.
Persona Pishimona.
Oh, shut up. My Persona. Do.
I'm going to skip ahead a few of them. Payday 3, blah.
Actually, 33 Immortals was before Payday 3.
Oh, yeah,
and that looks great.
33 Immortals, yeah, that looks great. That's from the people who made
33 co-op.
33 player co-op. Isometric.
Love that.
Kind of action RPG.
Hades-ish
Soulsy kind of combat. Beautiful art style, looks great.
We need to get the whole Discord playing that at once.
When we play it, we can't have Big Ian because he's going to keep dying on us.
Whoa.
Well, I have like a kind of PC gaming night, and there's usually anywhere between 5 to 8 of us.
It's nice to be able to have all 8 of you.
Struggle when there's a big group of us. We struggle to find a game. It ends up either being
Fortnite.
It ends up just being Halo, Wreckfest, and Golf It. Like, because that's the only ones we can find. So the fact that something like this has basically
if you're looking for a game,
co-op for a group that size,
you can play Bullseye on Switch, which is the Jim Bowen game. That's 8 players.
It's got to be Pete's Steam only.
It's very good.
One both me and Stig are very excited for. Sea of Thieves is getting a Monkey Island crossover.
Oh yes,
I fucking scream with this one as soon as the music starts.
I don't think anyone saw that coming.
Nope. And
makes
honestly,
so much sense.
I'm amazed it hasn't happened before. Yeah, it makes so much sense. They got all the voice actors in. You see, you kind of meet an older Guybrush. Murray's there sitting on the wall giving you fucking sass. LeChuck's kicking about. Oh, it looks so good.
I'm so happy they got the voice actors in because remember the Pirates of the Caribbean one they did?
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow. It's just
that
like
Jack Sparrow.
Did they do that?
Wish.com Sparrow, yeah.
It was a really bad Sparrow impression. This one's the
This
actual
was
voice
almost
actor.
the time you caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Basically,
It's
like that,
about that, like, about that level.
Yeah.
But that's a free update, and
Worse.
it's like a 3-chapter story thing, and it comes out in July. So I think Stig and I are going to be back to streaming Sea of Thieves for a little bit.
Can you like, because you haven't played it for a while, both of you, are you going to be able to just jump into that? Are you going to have a little sesh before just to get to
Nah,
go?
you
I'll just
don't-
jump
I
into
would.
it. It's a simple
There's no-
enough game
there's
to
no
play.
I can't
leveling
remember when I played it with you. I can't remember it being so difficult controls. I can't remember.
No.
It's not
thinking
it's
that
not
it's-
difficult. There's no leveling up.
It's pretty standard, isn't it?
Yeah, you just you do it for the booty.
Yeah, all your progression is for booty and cosmetics.
My pirate looks
I just
mint.
don't like it.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 was announced, and they've got a crossover with Dune, so you can have an ornithopter and fly around Arrakis, which made me briefly interested in it, I must admit.
Do you reckon, like on the Top Gun update they did on the last one, that you can have the copter around like South Shields? Do you reckon you could?
Gadget, it's all Game Pass. If you just wanted to do that, just set it going one day, have a blast around on it, and go, right, I've had my fill,
Mate,
and you've not spent anything.
I know.
You should play Flight Simulator. And it's fucking
I
good.
installed it,
You can,
took off, crashed
yeah.
the plane into the field behind my house, and then uninstalled it because I couldn't figure out how to do it.
there's an arcade mode of it where it does all the like controls for you. It's
Yeah.
so good.
So my
Yeah.
house did. Done.
Yeah.
We finally got a release window for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, so it's coming 2024. And we got like an extended kind of 4-minute trailer.
It was fucking dull, that trailer. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
was a bit disappointed.
I mean, release window is like a
It's a
whole
year.
year. Like, fuck off.
It sounded
So
good,
annoyed.
like, because I had my headphones in.
It
I
sounded
had
great.
my earpods
Graphics
in.
were beautiful.
Fucking
Like
sounded really
the in-game capture was stunning on it.
Yeah.
See, no
I agree.
gameplay though. It's just been all. I'm still into it because I really liked the kind of story and the sound design of the first one.
Should
but-
I finish the first one? Should I start again?
Yeah, so it's a good game.
It's not super long. You've got sort of
No.
4 main sections, 2 bits at the beginning that you probably
Beat it in
played.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's a shame because we have
Play with your
Like-
headphones on.
Hellblade 2
I
was
did last time.
Hellblade 2 was one of the first like when the Xbox S and X were announced, we had a Hellblade trailer, and just
Yeah.
nothing seems to have
Yes.
happened. I think Avowed as well, and with both those games.
No,
they just-
Avowed was revealed last year.
Oh, was it? I thought it was.
No,
I thought
oh
it was
no, no,
before.
is it? Maybe 2
I
years.
think
It
it
ago.
was
was.
before,
It's been ages. It's been years.
Anyway, moving on because I'm conscious of time. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. We get more Ichiban.
Ichiban.
Yeah,
He
a lot
wakes
more.
up
Cool.
wakes up naked on a beach in America for some reason, and he has no clue what's going on. Which, I mean, to be fair, for Ichiban rarely has a clue what's going on. But
I'm going to say, yeah.
that's coming out early next year, which I'm happy for because it gives me a chance to finish Yakuza Like a Dragon.
You not finished it yet?
Got to chapter 7 last night.
Oh, you're getting there, mate. You're
Yeah.
getting there.
Expansion for Fallout 76. Bleh.
Fucking shite, mate. Absolute bag of shite.
Capcom revealed a weird little Japanese game called Path of the Goddess.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Akami
Onimusha.
vibes.
Looked like it.
It had Onimusha. It did have a bit of like late Onimusha vibes to it, like when you're near the end of the game and all the demons start kicking off.
Yeah, that looked
Yeah.
interesting. I'm curious to see more on that one.
That's also not an exclusive. I'll double check that.
The creators of the Banner Saga revealed Towerborn, which is a co-op action adventure game with a beautiful art style.
I think it looked good.
I'm into it. And plus the Banner Saga games were fucking fabulous.
Oh god, the trilogy is insanely good.
Still Wakes the Deep got a teaser trailer which had you exploring around an oil rig, so that's Candy and
Not playing
Oodles
that.
out
Not playing that.
for megalophobia and thalassophobia reasons.
Can't do it. What if a big tentacle comes out of water?
That's
what am I going to do?
probably
Yeah.
what will happen.
Shit yourself. That's what it's
Okay.
for.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's the best thing about horror games.
That's why I won't play Alien Isolation. Because I'm in a big spaceship, looking out the window, I can see the void. There's also a fucking apex predator after me. No, thank you.
Don't Nod revealed their climbing game Jusant, which looked very pretty.
Looked good. I think it looked good. And Don't Nod, again, when they do the non-walking sim games, like I said, Vampire's really fucking good.
Yeah.
No, well, Life is Strange is great. Anyway, the Yeah, as long as it's like 4 to 6 hours, somewhere around there.
Yeah, leave it at that.
Don't be too long.
City Skylines 2 has come to Game Pass. Fine, yeah, looks good. Great, City Skylines. And then the last thing they
on PC.
The last thing they did, they had an hour on Starfield.
Oh no, you're missing when they announced Silk Song.
No, they didn't announce Silk Song.
Oh, Stig. You got
Just
Stig.
Stig and Iron Morning.
I have nothing to say on the matter.
I thought you said this year. Stig.
Nothing to say on the matter.
Okay.
No
I'm sure you'll have to sell to your
comment.
lawyers.
No
But Uncle Phil broke his promise for Silk Song to be out within 12
Stig
months.
told me, because his uncle works at Nintendo, Silk Song were coming out this year. Told
Did he
us.
promise
He put
it, did
Well, to be fair,
I pinned it in the Discord.
To be fair,
I'm gonna find
this
it.
show that they had last year, they said every game show will be out in the next 12 months. Silk Song isn't. Oh, to be fair, Starfield isn't either, but you know.
No comment.
I'm just.
We're both very sad right
Then we
now.
got that Starfield thing. Starfield's like 5 games in one.
Seems to
It
be.
appears so.
Re-
Like Oodles is hyped for half of it.
There's some. This is what I've been thinking because we had half an hour in between that show and this podcast, and I was sat outside having a tab, and I was thinking, you know what? I'll play shit out of that building the ships. I'll play the ship out of it.
Right.
But that
I think
makes,
that bit.
It then makes you want to explore more, doesn't it? Because inevitably there's things that you need to collect to build the ship, and then there's things that you have to do.
And
to
when we
unlock.
noticed that you can scan stuff for experience, you don't have to fight, so I can do my pacifist runs that I like to do in games. I
There's
think
almost a game just like that out already.
I wonder what, but it's the problem I've got with this. It's like 20 frames per second.
Frame rate didn't look good.
It breaks me. Like, I can't play one of my favourite games of all time, Bloodborne, because of the frames anymore. Because I've been spoiled. My eyes have been spoiled.
Yeah.
It's 100% 30 frames per second because they didn't mention.
Yeah, they didn't mention 60 frames.
So
The
And that's a breaker. That's a breaker for me because I don't need frame for building ships, so I'll be all right doing that.
it's the exploring and stuff like that.
The exploring, it's like
My
some of that trailer was choppy as fuck.
aside from the frame rate, my only kind of thing that douses me on it, like most of it I was quite excited for. Like the combat looks good, space exploration looks great, some of the vistas that you get in the worlds is beautiful.
Stunning.
The character models are still really fucking Bethesda. They need to fucking sort the character model tech. The beards,
They've all got shiny
the fucking
foreheads.
facial hair on some of these models on these characters.
Yeah, Gadget, I'm
It's
sorry to
fucking
announce that you
PS3
won't be
levels.
making your beard in that game.
I will not. I will have to have a clean-shaven character in that game. I cannot be tied
Just gonna look
walking
like an
around
egg.
that universe with one of those beards.
Well, either make
It
it
just can't
significantly
happen.
better, which obviously they can't do because they would have done, or just stylize them a lot more. Like I don't
Yeah.
think it's the uncanny valley thing again. Just make
Yeah.
them deliberately
Remember-
more stylized. No
Do you
one
remember
had a problem.
when Obsidian did Outer Worlds
Yeah, that works.
and they made it all stylized and exaggerated? I think that were lovely.
Exactly.
Do that. Do that. Todd, do it, dickhead.
I think my only other concern for it, and this is not necessarily a bad thing about it, it just feels like it's going to be such a massive game. I'm not even going to scratch the surface of it.
No, not when you're building ships,
Yeah.
mate.
Well, it's-
I'm doing freight runs.
But it's on Game Pass, so I'm not worried about like spending 50 quid and missing out.
True, right? I after all this, it's like, yeah, I probably kind of do need an Xbox, and I will probably play it. But I did like how they was harping on, and people on Twitter were saying, "Stop telling me how I can play it." I'm like, no, someone like me, I need to know that I can play it like that. I'm not there to get a double-barrel shotgun and shoot people in frontier space. I'm there to live a little fantasy. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds strange, but I like to have a job in a game. I like jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they gave me that, and for me to think, yeah, probably that is their big sell. It is the big sell, isn't it?
Mm.
I just wish it were better frame rate, but you do get used to it after a while, don't you? I still play Mad Max, and that's 30 frames per second. So it's not in the world, is it?
We'll see. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, you're gonna watch out of it, aren't you? So.
Oh, I hope so. I keep refreshing the page. That's why I keep looking down. Can't buy it.
Okay. I'm concentrating on
I've got 2 ears.
podcast.
I've got 2 ears.
Well, yeah, those are the big announcements. There's been loads of other ones at like the PC Gaming Show and smaller ones, but nothing that I've seen.
We can't talk about Square Enix because that's at 11.
There was a
In an
couple I
hour.
noticed on the what was it called, the Wholesome Cast,
Yeah,
and there was
What?
yeah, there's like it's like a little mini one. It's only about half hour or something. It's all the kind of cozy games and the feel good games, which would have been good for Positivity Month. And there are a couple of games
Yeah.
on that I like the look of. There's one called Pico, which is a cat tea game. You give cats cups of tea. And there was also one that doesn't sound like my normal cup of tea, but it actually looks really relaxing. It's called Station to Station. And it's basically you build train tracks and get from part A to part B of the map. But it's one of those, I can't remember what the style is called, like Minecraft. Is it Voxel?
yeah, voxel graphics.
Yeah, like Voxel kind of style. It looked really adorable. So yeah, there were a couple of good ones on that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Square Enix one tonight.
yeah. The Devolver Digital
If I
had one
catch
which
it.
was like 40 minutes long, but they only announced 4 games on it.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, I fucking love Devolver Digital ones.
So they announced a game called Baby Steps, which is by Bernard Foddy.
Oh, yeah.
Bennett Foddy, rather, who did Getting Over It. And it's basically a co-op game. You just have to walk this guy. But using...
Getting Over It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it's just a fucking junky as fuck walking simulator for literal sake. They're building... it's in development at the minute. Human Fall Flat 2 is on the way.
It's fun.
Yay.
Yeah.
I like the first one. It's a good laugh. Play it with my son.
Yeah, they showed a bit more detail on the Talos Principle 2, which was announced at the Sony one a couple of weeks ago.
Love the first one.
Yeah,
Love
great
the
puzzle
first
game.
one.
And they've got a game. I haven't seen the trailer for this, but I'm interested based on the fact that the thumbnail for YouTube, it's bright fucking purple, and the title of the game is called Wizard with a Gun.
So there's no...
Yeah, I've got that
There were
wish
no
list.
Hotline Miami, because Hotline Miami was supposedly leaked, the new one.
Nope.
Oh.
They say they only announced 4
Okay.
games. So yeah, that's kind of what we have so far at this point. But the thing is, by the time this episode comes out, everything will have been shown, so you'll already know all this.
Cool. I think we're going to nip the Nexus in the bud for this episode. I've got something to talk about in the green room, some extra. So if you guys have got extra Nexus, we can do it there. I want to get onto this main topic because I am champing at the bit
Oh, okay.
to get into this. So I think we've been going on a bit long in the tooth, but it's basically 3, hasn't it? So we're going to chat about it.
Yeah.
So, sorry if you're not into games, guys.
We're talking
If
about
you
films
want more,
now, though.
Yeah, exactly. And in the Nexus, I've got a show that I love. So if you want to pay for that, come in the green room. Sorry. So yeah, let's get on to the main topic. What are we doing, Stig? What are we doing, boy?
Hi. Sorry, I had my...
I thought you were just doing a Skrillex thing or like being a DJ or something.
I'll be honest, I'll let you know a little secret. Even though we recorded our Harry Potter...
Are you still editing it?
He's still editing it.
No, I finished it earlier and I realised that I'd made the intro way too long, so I need to like kind of crop it down. So I was doing that.
So
while
are you
were
that
talking.
good a podcaster now? You're actually podcasting and editing another podcast.
Yeah.
You're a fucking genius, mate.
At the same time.
People don't realise what this guy does. He's also the social media manager. He created the website. So people should just go on our Patreon to pay for Stig
Yeah.
and Gadget.
I was
Right,
gonna
Hard
say.
workers.
So
Hard workers.
what we're doing this week is, if you remember when we kind of put together our album, we all brought a selection of songs to it and we whittled it down to create the perfect album, the best album that anyone's ever heard. It's still on Spotify. That's what I call modern escapism.
It's gone triple platinum and all.
Great album. But we're going to do that with films. So we've each brought 4 films. We're going to talk about it. We're not really
The ultimate film festival.
yeah, we're not really battling out like we do with the battle kind of thing. We're just going to
No.
talk about it.
Positivity month.
We're going to agree on what films we think we should be in there, and then maybe kind of if there is a maybe a not, maybe yes, we're kind of going to talk about it, what we think about those films. So does everyone want to say how many films should we whittle this down to? From 20 to what, 12?
Yeah, that works.
12 works. 12 works.
Yeah. Right. So everyone want to go through what films they've brought? Biggie?
I've chosen Planes, Trains and Automobiles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Solid.
Candy?
I have Fighting with My Family, Moana, The Holiday, and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Gadget.
I have The Truman Show, Toy Story 3, Return of the Jedi, and Spirited Away.
Idles.
Mine's very obvious. What We Do in the Shadows, Thor Ragnarok, Tick Tick Boom, and South Park the movie.
And mine are Paddington 2, Cool Runnings, Singing in the Rain, and Little Miss Sunshine. And these are all positive films, all films that give you the good feels and don't leave you feeling depressed in any way, shape, or form. Or shouldn't do. So, right. So, who wants to start? Like, where should we start with this? Should we do what we did with the music one and say one that we don't think maybe shouldn't be in there? We're not going to disqualify it, but maybe if you've got thoughts on things and you can say, well, maybe that, and then the other person can talk about it.
I've got one that jumped straight out at me just from the list, and that was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I don't feel that that's a uplifting film. It seems, I don't know, that film just seems like a bit more...
It's about truancy.
It just seems it's like Ferris being a cunt.
I never saw it that way.
Yeah, but what?
It's time to admit something now in front of the nation.
You haven't seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, have you?
I have never seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Like I like.
I'm not a Broderick fan.
There's I do like the kind of.
He killed someone. Did you know that?
I know he did.
Yeah. Positivity month.
Sorry. Great actor.
Shut up. I do like the theory that the whole film is about Ferris actually being dead. Like
that's a thing.
That is a thing, because just the way the plot, because it's a really strange film. Like, it's a good film. I really enjoy the film, but I don't know. I don't come away from it feeling positive, because kind of by the end of it, Ferris has gotten away with his day off, but everyone else's life is kind of weirdly shattered.
I've seen a lot of clips of it. It's one of those films that I've not seen, but I feel like I've seen. Do you know what I mean?
It's also weird going back and seeing clips, having just watched Succession, to see Alan Ruck as a fucking 20-year-old.
He is in it.
He's very young in it.
Yeah, it's just a fun movie. Just the simple fact is
it is a fun movie. I don't get positive vibes from it. That's all.
I can't. This is the only film on these lists I've not seen, so I can't, in good consciousness, put it in anyway.
I think one that sticks
That's
out
all I'm saying.
to me for not being... I would just say that, like, the intention of the film wasn't to be a feel-good film. And I think that's the South Park film. And I'm not saying it's not funny, and those music numbers were bangers, but I just don't think it was what you would...
It's not one for your grandma, is it?
Not one for your grandma. No, she would not feel good. And that's not to say I don't enjoy it, and I think it's fucking hilarious. Like, I was literally in stitches.
The reason I put it in as well is because I want musicals represented.
Yeah, I get it with the musical.
I'm a big advocate for it.
I've got one in there.
It's probably one of you have. It's probably one of the best musicals ever made.
Mm-hmm.
It is, yeah.
It is.
I don't think on a feel good films thing we're gonna have something where one of the songs is Uncle Fucker.
I get that. Absolutely get that.
What do you say?
I'm willing to
satire.
lose it. I'm willing to lose it for the team to get the ball rolling. But if you've not seen Bigger, Longer, or an Uncut, watch it.
Oh, it's a stunning film.
It's. I mean, the references have not aged well, but it's still a masterpiece in musical.
I mean, yeah, I don't think the kids these days are going to understand what the fuck what would Brian Boitano be about.
Yeah, I mean, most kids nowadays don't know who Saddam Hussein is in it, but he's in it.
Hey man, Satan!
It's when he's
why'd you make love to me from behind?
When he's sat in the bed with the dildo.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's
It's
sake.
a great. I'm willing to lose
It's an
it for the
infinitely
team.
quotable film, but I fucking love that film.
Mm-hmm.
And the reprise at the end where they're mixing all three of the songs is absolutely stunning. Matt Parker and is it Matt Stone and Trey Parker?
Yeah, Matt Stone.
Them two. I mean, look at what they've done with musicals since then and stuff. You know what I mean? They've just gone from strength to strength. They are theatre kids. We are admitting that they're theatre kids, and they know how, they just nailed it. But I'm willing to drop it, guys, for the team, because I'm that kind of guy.
Okay, well then I'd say we drop that.
On that, I've got something to discuss. Because I saw this list on our Discord in our private room. Guess what I watched today?
What did you watch today?
If you noticed, I said there's only one film I've not seen on this list. I watched Paddington 2 today. It's fucking incredible.
It's incredible. It's so good.
It's probably one of the best films I've ever fucking seen, mate. I will fucking cry my eyes out, but I felt amazing. Everything about it is perfect. It's shot incredible, and I will fight a man that says this doesn't deserve to be on that list.
I mean, none of us are going to say Paddington 2 is not getting on that list.
It's perhaps the best film on this list.
It didn't hit me in the feels as much as it did with Stig, because I know it's one of your favourites, but I think it does deserve to be on there.
Still a beautiful little film.
Yeah.
It's sensational. I did it because I kept thinking, and Stig reminded me last week, like, he played Dragon Quest, 30 hours of Dragon Quest for me. And I've still not watched this 2-hour film for him, so I'll just watch it today before I went out in garden and soaked up some sun. Watch it with my daughter. They've seen it loads of times. It's fucking spellbinding.
Awesome.
It's Hugh Grant
I liked the
dancing in the
first one.
prison.
I liked it.
Hugh Grant dancing in the
so
prison's fucking incredible.
It's super special.
Yeah,
it's so
right there,
good.
the last shot as well. That'll get you in the fields.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fucking easy. It's so fucking good. And that little bear, I'd kill someone for that bear.
I mean, to be fair, you could quite easily put both Paddington films in this list because they're both excellent.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Paddington 2 is
way
the
better.
superior one.
Way better. It's probably
Have you
one of the
seen
best
the,
sequels I've ever seen.
There will be spoilers in
You
this,
seen
by the way,
that Twitter?
people.
Yeah.
You seen that Twitter thread where somebody's determined to put Paddington Bear in every film he can think of, and there's little.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
brilliant.
That's really
My
cool.
favourite
I like
one was him running away from the Leatherface.
that.
I just think as an institution as well, as a British institution and stuff, it's great to have him. It's great to have him amongst us. He is yeah, absolutely. He's up there with Mr. Bean for me.
And it's interesting in that Paddington Bear is so old, like in invention wise, that it's now such a big thing for kids in this generation because of these movies. Incredible, really.
But that's definitely one. If I'm getting rid of South Park, we're keeping that. We're keeping Paddington. So fucking good, Steve.
Yeah,
you were
that's
so
fair.
right.
I don't think any of us were going to talk against Paddington.
You were so right, boy. So right.
Now you have to watch Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Oh yeah, I do. I forgot about that.
Amadeus.
I know there were another one.
I mean, I'm not like a Amadeus head, whatever you want to call it. I just think it's a great film that I know you'll love.
It's a great film, but
Yeah.
not the most incredible film that's ever been made.
It's not got that Falco song in it, has it?
No, it doesn't.
No, it's got the Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. And breakdancing monkeys.
Dr. Zayas. Oh god.
Right, what else?
I will fight. I know you guys haven't probably not seen it, but Tick Tick Boom needs to be in there. It has to. It's one of the best feel-good films, and I know it's wrought with tragedy.
I was going to say, isn't it a really
scenes.
sad film?
No.
Not really. Because it's
No,
only the
the behind the scenes is sad,
Right, okay.
but the actual film itself is about
I ain't seen it, so I
being
can't
in
say
your
anything about it.
30s, being in your 30s and coping. And
Oh, that's
finding
too fucking real. I'm
happiness.
37 and I'm not
no,
coping at
no.
all.
Finding happiness in misery, and it's perfect for positivity. And I think as modern musicals go, and Lin-Manuel Miranda's Strength to Strength, it's his first directorial debut as a film, and he's just fucking smashed it out of the park. It's my favourite film that year.
Shall we
It's so good.
Shall we allow everyone to put one of their films in? I think that's only fair,
Yeah.
innit?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having Tick Tick Boom. I'm picking it, doing it,
I'm gonna
locking it in.
pick Spirited Away.
Yeah, I would have
Oh,
gone for
yeah.
that
I
one.
think
sure.
I think of the four
Stig, lucky thing is, Stig, you don't have to lock Paddington in because it's staying in anyway.
of the four films I picked, I think like I love them all, but Spirited Away is the one that to me feels like a special film.
It is special. It's super special.
Like it's even like in those times when it's been a long time since between viewings of it. I just remember little bits and little images, and like when she gets off the train, she sees the dragon in the water, and oh, it's so beautiful.
Oh yeah. Big. I'm looking at Biggie's head now. He wants to lock in Ferris Bueller, doesn't he?
No. I know. I mean, I get it. I can understand why people might not like it. I think it's just a great 80s romp comedy. It's feel good. I like the story.
I don't disagree. It's a great film. I just think it's not a positive film. My read of it was a lot darker than yours, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's where your mind was at the time.
It's where my mind
I know.
is.
I'd like to throw in Spider-Man for me, actually. Because I know the sequel...
Oh, shit, I hadn't seen that. Yes, shit.
I think that's almost been bettered now, but this list was done before I'd seen the sequel. But I just think...
This is the first Spider-Verse film.
I have seen this one.
Into the Spider-Verse, yeah. So this just blew me away, because I think Stig was maybe the first one that saw it out of us lot. Was talking about it, and then I saw it, and I think it's incredible. It just came out of nowhere. It's obviously gone into animation as opposed to live action, and what they delivered was potentially one of the best superhero movies ever made. The story is so good. It's got the arc for Miles throughout this one as he learns to control his powers. They don't think he's up to scratch, and he has to prove that. And it's just the characters, all the background characters.
You can lock it in, pal.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
Think it is
I'd like
great
to keep that one.
By the time the film ends, there's a bit of tragedy in there, but by the time the film ends, it's very positive. And
it's not about tragedy.
It's about Miles finding who he is and finding his kind of his place in the world / universe and all that. It's definitely there to leave you with an uplifting, positive feel at the end.
I agree.
That bit when he launches himself off the building is just incredible. Fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Candy, are you locking out in, pal?
So the one I'm going to definitely keep out of all of mine is Mrs. Doubtfire, I think. And
oh no!
It's run by fruiting. One of my favourite, funniest films. Just that scene in the restaurant alone. But starring.
Help is on the way, dear.
Help is on the way.
I absolutely feel for Pierce Brosnan in that scene, because how does anyone act angry at Robin Williams doing that?
How on earth did he keep a straight face as well? Because I'm sure he improvised most of that.
How many times?
And how on earth can a man be so fucking handsome?
How many times did he break? How many outtakes are there of that scene where he's trying to be stern with him, and Robin Williams is just being so Robin Williams?
I've never seen any behind the scenes of that film. I hope there is.
Oh, there's loads of stuff, but it's mostly from the getting ready scenes, or when he's practicing to be Mrs. Doubtfire, that kind of shit.
Hello, dear.
Nothing. Oh, God, not much stuff with any of the other actors, which is a shame, because I kind of always like seeing people's reactions against Robin Williams.
Yeah, I bet it was tough to work with him,
but in a good way. Yeah.
Lock it in, mate. Lock it in.
In it goes.
Stig, what you're locking in. You don't have to lock Paddington 2 in, because I'll fight.
Just
anyone.
Updating the list. I realised I've wrote it here. After Tick Tick Boom, I've wrote Spirited Boom instead of Spirited Away.
Yes, mix it up.
I'm sticking
mashup film.
I'm sticking Singing in the Rain in.
That's a lovely film.
I'd have fought for that as well.
Because I genuinely think it's one of the best musicals, dance comedies ever. It's so good. I remember actually having a really bad migraine once, and I stuck that on to try and just cheer myself up and feel good.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, Debbie Reynolds are all brilliant in it. It's full of iconic songs that everyone knows. Obviously everyone knows Singing in the Rain, but make them laugh.
Make them laugh.
The actual dance number he does in that, and the physical comedy, and he's doing it all. He's dancing with the mannequin and everything, and it's all by himself, and all the backflipping and the falling over the couch and dancing and everything. The actual physical comedy from him is brilliant.
Yeah.
So
Gene Kelly was a legend.
Yeah, I absolutely love that film.
Do you know what? I think there's only one other film on this list. It's one of mine that I've probably seen more than I've seen that, because I watch Singing in the Rain every year. I think it might actually be the number one film I've seen the most. Singing in the Rain.
Yeah, it's one of those
Christmas.
ones. I
don't know why Christmas, but I do.
Took me ages to watch. I've just one of those ones. I'm going to give this a go. Everyone said it's great, so I got around.
I think I've watched it since I was 5 years old, man.
Yeah, I've
watched it
absolutely
every year
love it.
It's so good. So fucking, and I've seen a stage show of it, not an official one, but it was really good as well.
Right.
So good.
So we have
Right. So what we got? What we got? Read them out.
Paddington 2, Tick Tick Boom, Spirited Away, Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Singing in the Rain.
Okay. Now we need to get into nitty gritty, don't we? So, I've got 2 Taika Waititi films in here, and I think, like Thor Ragnarok. I'm sorry, I know it's MCU and people are that film. that film is genuinely a joy to watch.
Yeah, I agree.
All the way through it.
I would say it's more of a joy to watch than What We Do in the Shadows, because
this is what I'm getting at now. Because What We Do in the Shadows again is something that's dark.
It's not that it's dark. I think What We Do in the Shadows is quite light. I think the difference is for this particular brief, What We Do in the Shadows is kind of too clever.
It's too smart, yeah. It just ends as well, doesn't it?
It just ends. It kind of gets wrapped around itself. It's a lot of very funny scenes together, but you don't leave the film feeling good. You just think, hey, that was really fucking funny.
Yes.
Whereas when you watch Ragnarok, even though it's a kind of a downer ending for the Asgardians, it's a real fuck you ending because of the.
You're still coming out of the cinema going bow ba ba da down ba down ba ba da down.
Yeah, good at the end of it. Like
it's the kind of film where you've seen it, you want to kick the doors open when you're leaving the cinema screen.
Yeah.
I think it's the best proper uplifting Marvel film we've ever had.
It's my favourite Marvel film, without a doubt.
It's my favourite Marvel film. How dare you?
I remember I watched it on a flight, and I watched it. And then I had a choice of about 30 other films, and I watched Ragnarok again. Just watched it on repeat.
Yeah. It's so good. Everyone in it's incredible, and it's just chomping, chewing the scenery, just having a great time. Anthony Hopkins, when it's Loki pretending to be him, he is having a fucking right laugh.
Oh, shit.
He's so fucking good.
Well, he said he didn't like it.
Yeah, he said it was bullshit acting, didn't he?
Now he said that, but I don't think he's just being a grumpy old bloke, isn't he? But I just think
I love how your favorite Marvel film is the one, the positive, uplifting one. Mine's the one that ends with misery.
It just shows us, doesn't it? You're a dark soul, mate. You're a dark soul. But yeah, I think Thor Ragnarok. I think it should be in there. We've got representation of a family Marvel film. Anyone can watch it. What We Do in the Shadows, you can't watch it with kids and stuff.
I think you can kind of separate it from the MCU and just say it's just a really fun action film.
Yes.
You need some knowledge of the characters, but only just that they exist.
But you don't even need to watch the other ones because Jane Foster's not even in it or anything like that. You know what I mean? You don't need
it is
anything
quite
else.
its own thing because Thor gives an exposition dump at the beginning. And then you kind of get a little bit of an exposition dump with the stage show, and then you just kind of go from there, and it's
just enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
I think it's perfect, and it will never hit those highs again, will we? Because the legacy has not lasted. I can tell you that fucking much. Oh, but yeah, I think it's super special, and I'd love to get something like that again, but we can't, can we? So I want that in. I want it in. Can't lock it in, but I'd like to plead to you to allow me to have that in, please. What say you?
I'm happy with that. I'd make that in all day.
Say yes.
Thank you. You're good friends. What? How many we got left? How many spaces we got left?
We've got 7. So we've got 6 spaces left.
Okay, well,
5 spaces left.
5 spaces.
I'm going to deliberately drop one of mine because it's a film I love, but I don't think it'll get in because it's not the best film in the saga. So I'm going to drop Return of the Jedi.
I can't believe we put that in, but it has got a good ending.
It's got a good ending, and it kind of feels good throughout it because everything turns up good by the end of it.
Do you like the Nub Nub ending?
It had a better. I was going to say it had a better ending before George Lucas went back and changed the fucking song.
Which ending are you counting?
It's Nub Nub with without Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader.
Nub. That's what. By the way, you're putting that at the end of this podcast.
Yeah, but I kind of really want to push Toy Story 3 because I think that's kind of one of the loveliest films ever made.
Do you know what it does? Do you know what Toy Story 3 does perfectly?
I mean,
Shakespearean tragedy into positivity. Because it's got that really dark bit, hasn't it? The embrace, the furnace. But then positivity comes out at the other end, doesn't it? Big style. That's how I see it.
Yeah, the way it
anyway.
leaves you leaves you feeling kind of good, positive, and
Yeah.
there's a good.
When Andy takes the toys to the girl.
There's a future for the toys
Yeah.
till 4 comes out.
It's just the so long partner at the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, nah, feeling emotional already thinking about it. But it's just such a
It's
lovely.
great.
It's such a lovely. Like they didn't need to do 4. That was a perfect ending to the the
I've
trilogy.
seen 4 and I can't remember a fucking thing about
Four's
it. I know
the-
both
4 is a
people
good
in
film,
fact.
but it just
4 is a
didn't
good film,
need
but
to
it's not
happen.
Toy Story 3. It's not Toy Story 3.
Well, I think Toy Story 2 is the better one, but it's certainly not like super uplifting, is it?
I think Toy Story 3 is better than Toy Story 2, but that might just be a controversial opinion. But
I just like how action orientated the second one is.
But yeah, I get that. But I quite like the character development, and I will never get over nearly wetting myself in the cinema at Spanish Buzz.
Oh yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Yeah.
But yeah, it's such a really sweet ending, and even the fucking furnace scene, which is horrifying and harrowing, when they all hold hands
it's
with
for
each
a
other,
reason,
you,
isn't
like,
it?
you feel it in your heart. Like,
yeah, that's why they do it. It's
Yeah.
for a good reason.
and I think also because I was 7 when Toy Story came out. Like I've grown
Yeah,
up
you
with those
grew up with it.
characters. Like I saw
Yeah.
Toy Story 3 when I was an adult. It's like it's mental that's happened. But yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
So I would like to push that
Yeah.
one hard, and I will push for the Truman Show, but I would understand if people put that one out.
I'm happy to have Toy Story 3 in there. Absolutely, more than happy. Especially getting that Pixar representation, baby.
They're very good at a feel good film.
They are.
Although they've had a few
But-
misses recently.
Didn't someone have Moana? Is that Pixar or
That
Disney?
is-
That's Disney.
Disney.
Okay.
So that's out of all of mine. That's the one that I wanted to try and keep.
I would go to Battle Moana because there is something about it which I just really like, that there is no villain to that film.
Yeah.
No, there isn't, is there?
Well, I mean, there's that kind of antagonist,
The
but
god.
he kind of did it for just silly. He made silly mistakes. Put it that way. So yeah,
well,
there's no
but
big bad.
There's no big bad. There's no evil princess. There's no world-ending thing. Like she's, I guess, world-ending, but she's going to appease the god. I can't remember the name of the god, the Earth god.
I can't remember either.
Like
Want to know it-
Titicaca or something, isn't it?
No, that's
I want to say Nefertiti, but that's definitely not it.
it's something like that.
No.
Yeah, but she and just
Nefertiti's Egypt.
fucking Samoans are going to be going crazy over us.
Oh no! Oh no! Such a big demographic for this podcast as well.
It's huge. We have so many Samoan listeners.
All the Polynesians are throwing their arms up in the air.
Tafiti.
The Rock's family.
Graffiti, that's it.
So I tell you what, though,
Tafiti's Island,
how
and
far you
the god was Tikha.
that song, "How Far You'll Go," is it "How Far You'll Go"? That "Staring at the Water" song.
Yeah,
That's a great fucking song.
it's a great song.
It is.
Banger.
Or by
Yo,
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. He's fucking brilliant, isn't he? He's a good lad in.
You're Welcome is superb as well. It's just really weird to hear The Rock rapping.
Yeah.
I like it when he's tapping his body, slapping his body like they do, like traditional. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cool. Bang on.
Yeah.
It's his heritage, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think the whole film is heritage, isn't it? The people should be the people that are in it and stuff. Great. Culturally, it's great to see. It's massive as well, isn't it? Moana were massive hit.
And it's just
It were monstrous.
Just- yeah.
Not Frozen massive, but just under.
I think it's better than. Well, I know it wasn't as massive as Frozen. I think it's better
That's
than
better than Frozen, yeah, by miles better.
It's way better than Frozen.
Yeah.
But Frozen 2 on the other hand's a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the
better than
chicken
one.
and the mad tiny pirates there. It's just so many great
Yeah,
little characters
yeah.
throughout.
I like Moana a lot.
And the turtle.
Also, just
Isn't it turtle?
just
a chicken.
yeah, the chicken's fucking great. Voiced by Alan Tudyk.
To Dick, yeah.
Fuck off!
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I love Alan Tudyk. He's so good, and he's got 2 dicks.
Yeah, it's also just a massive credit as well that the last who plays Moana, Auli Cravalho, that's her first film.
Fuck
Wow.
off!
Yeah, she's 16.
That's how you do
She
it.
was 16 years old when she recorded those voice lines.
That's how you fuck shit up. Move over, Hollywood. Fucking hell! Wow.
But she is also like Hawaiian, and she's
Yeah.
it's just
I'm happy to see Moana in there, in big style, mate.
Moana's amazing. It's one of my favorite modern Disney films.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Biggie. Come on. You
I like throwing planes, trains, and automobiles in there for obvious reasons.
Yep.
I think it's the perfect dysfunctional couple on a road trip from hell.
I think it's probably one of the best road trip films of all time.
I think it's the definitive road trip film.
Yeah, I think it is the road trip, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, I will never ever recover from Steve Martin swearing at the rental car woman.
Yes,
19
so good.
fucks.
In what, 90 seconds or something like that? It's it's not only the most fucks in a film at the time, it's like such a compressed amount of time for it to happen. So good.
It's clever because you kind of side with Neil at the beginning of the movie. Like you everything starts to go wrong, you feel really sorry for him, and then you then start to sort of feel sorry for Dell instead because, you feel like Neil Page is starting to bully the poor guy and he's trying his hardest just to help. And it's just got this nice little character arc with both the main characters, and then the payoff at the end will warm anyone's cold heart, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect movie.
Love it. I think it's great. I think it's a great film.
Right, well, we've all got 2 each in here.
All right. How many spaces have we got left?
How did that work?
2.
Oh, this is going to be hard.
Shit. I'll be realistic. I don't think I'm going to get What We Do in the Shadows in there.
What films have we all got left?
No, I'll put that
so we've
off.
got them all out in front of us.
Right.
I've just got The Truman Show.
I've got none left.
So the guy just got Truman Show. Oodles is, he's out.
I'm out.
Biggie has... What does Biggie have? He has Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because I don't think we're going to put Ferris Bueller's in. Sorry.
Do you know what? Can I just nip that in? But I don't think we need Guardians in there.
No,
We've got Thor.
I agree with that.
We've got Thor.
I think the
and
second...
I don't get me wrong. I love them. They're great. But we've got Thor.
I've got 2 in, and I can see why Thor is better than Guardians. I just like Guardians just because
Guardians is
work.
great.
I think
It's a misfit.
probably one of the best ensembles in years, man.
It was also a huge surprise as well because no one had any expectation for it. Because I remember when it was announced, who the fuck are the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Mm.
Yep.
I actually think
I think
Guardians
they were
2 is
screaming,
more of a
They've picked the
feel-good
wrong
film,
ones.
though.
They've picked the wrong ones.
Probably right. Like, overall at the
And
end.
are we going to allow a Vin Diesel film in there?
We should have put Fast 5 in.
Feel-good film.
It is.
It's a feel-bad film.
For family.
So I've got Cool Runnings and Let My Sunshine left, and Candy's got The Holiday and Fight My Family. Holiday is the only one that I've not seen. I've no idea what it's about.
It's good.
I think I can put that one in the bin.
Good film.
Okay.
I'm happy to let that one
It's
go.
good. It's not exceptional. It's not exceptional in any way. It's just good.
I am going to shout very fucking loudly for Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
I fucking love that film.
I would go for that one as well.
Nobody do the accent because every time you mention that film, someone does the accent. Biggie, no accent.
Someone always says Sankara, you're dead. In that accent.
Yes.
No, I want that film in there because it's a funny film. It's one of John Candy's best roles because he's not playing his usual kind of like tumble about kind of character.
Yeah, he's not bumbling fool, is it?
No,
he's a competent man.
But I think it's that scene at the end where they're walking down the bobsleigh run after the failed. They're carrying it, and the crowd are cheering. And I'm thinking about it now, and I'm getting goosebumps because it's just so well done. It's a wonderful film. So I would say definitely put.
And don't laugh at the name Tallulah.
No, never laugh at the name Tallulah.
Or Yul Brynner.
That's his mother's name.
Yeah. Well, Gadget just sold it for me.
Absolutely, because it's a wonderful.
I'm absolutely happy.
I haven't seen that film since the 90s, and I still remember how good it makes me feel.
I think I watched it a few years ago with my kids. It's good to have a sports film in there as well.
I might have to watch it again with kids. I don't think they've seen it.
Oh, it's funny, mate. It's
no, I
really
mean,
funny.
I absolutely love it, but I just I think I need that.
My kids were giggling their heads off, especially kissing egg and stuff like that.
Is it a kid-friendly film? I can't remember the rating.
Yeah.
There's no swearing
PG
in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think the worst is
I'm happy.
Maybe when Candy rips into the board, he might say like "kiss my ass" or something. If I can remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. It's not.
Get it in.
Yeah.
Slap it in.
Plus, we need more. Even though we already have Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, we need more John Candy in there. The man was fucking.
He did
glorious.
make good feel good films, didn't he?
Yep.
Should we just buck the trend and put
Uncle Buck.
Spaceballs in there as well?
No.
Should we just make this all John Candy film?
Home Alone.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
He's
yeah,
in Blues
let's get him
Brothers.
on
He's
it.
in Blues Brothers as well.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Right. We have Little Miss Sunshine, Fighting My Family, or The Truman Show.
I watched Fighting with My Family this week as well.
I'm gonna have to step out because out of those, I've only seen the Truman Show. I haven't seen the others.
Do you want my
I love
review
The
of
Truman
Fighting
Show.
with My Family, Candy?
Go on.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah. It just gets you right in the feels, doesn't it? It makes you feel like you could maybe one day be the special
I
one.
forgot that my wife was in it as well.
Well, yeah. Doesn't harm things, does it?
No, it's great. And I love the bit when The Rock goes, what's your name, sir? It doesn't matter what your names are.
Never happened.
I'm not bothered, Stig.
This is,
I think it's a
you're
great...
going this, like, you're going on about, it's amazing, you could do that. Watch wrestling then. That actually happened.
I don't
I
get
used
the
to watch
warm and
wrestling.
fuzzies.
Wrestling, and then you get that.
No, I don't get the warm
I
and
used to watch wrestling.
fuzzies from Hulk Hogan.
No, but you get the
Yeah.
warm and fuzzies from when Paige actually won the title in real life, or when Bailey won her title, or like other things like that.
What's happening?
It just feels like there's a lot of investment and a lot of homework I have to do to get into wrestling.
Oh, just watch it, and in a couple of weeks you'll be up to speed.
Or just
And all you guys ever do is moan about the owner of it.
just watch some highlights of
not
Rhea
anymore.
Ripley. That's all you need to know.
Nah, she's scary. She looks like a parrot. I like fucking Thumpasaurus or whatever his name is.
Luchasaurus.
Yeah, he's good.
But anyway, I watched it, Candy, this week after I saw you put it in. I watched it last night, I think. Maybe earlier this morning. I can't remember, but it's really good. Really fucking good. I felt really good. I felt good. And realising, yeah, she did everything she wanted to achieve, and she's in a good place now in her life. How can you not feel good?
Yeah, did it for a family. I'm stuck though. I'm stuck
Exactly.
between Fighting with My Family and The Truman Show. Like I'd forgotten about that film, and that is really
Truman
that
Show.
is really
I think that's darker than we remember.
it is dark.
The Truman Show is dark, but I think it's one of those films that crescendos perfectly, and you
Very
end up
happy
feeling
ending.
good
The
at the
music's
end of it.
so good as well.
The music's good, but it's like because obviously the whole thing of the entire world's watching Truman in his life, and he just he kind of realizes he's being watched and he wants to get out. And I think it's the way the film kind of bounces around and shows like the audience watching as he's sailing towards the exit, and he gets out there, and you get this kind of the director kind of frames the scene perfectly with the camera looking down on Truman as he reaches the door. And you've got Ed Harris going, you're on TV around the world, say something. And then you've got the camera like kind of flips around, like the audience
his
watching him, and
catchphrase, doesn't it?
everyone's silent. And then he says, "If I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night." And he walks out, and then everyone cheers and goes wild. And I think, despite it being quite a weird, dark dystopian film, it has one of the happiest endings I've ever seen, because Truman gets to walk out on his own terms. He gets to live his life. And he's the most famous person in the world, and he never realized it.
And don't forget to pick up
arguably-
Iron Brew at all good shops now.
Yeah, but does it
And
end,
arguably his greatest role, I think.
does it end with
No.
Abigail Breslin, Tony Collette,
so.
Steve Carell, Paul Dano, and Greg Kinnear doing a dance number on stage?
This
And then-
is what I
and
was
then
just about to say.
smashing through the barrier with the van after basically telling the whole pageant to fuck off.
Yep, this is what I was about to say. Little Miss Sunshine is incredible.
I don't remember it.
It's really fucking good, and it made
Like
me
I say,
feel dead happy,
I-
uplifted.
I haven't seen it. I adore The Truman Show, but I'm not so wedded to it being on this list. Like, if needs be, another one of those films can go in.
I think Little Miss Sunshine's got a better pedigree than, pun intended, than Fighting with My Family. I think it's a more critically loved film. I felt better after watching Little Miss Sunshine than I did Fighting with My Family. Fighting with My Family, I felt good.
Unless you Pete Bradshaw gave it a 2 out of 5. What a
Yeah,
crank.
but he doesn't like joy.
Absolute crank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved that. I loved it so
think it's
much.
great.
Funny,
I
poignant,
did.
sharp-witted. Like,
Great
it's
ensemble.
just, a great ensemble doing this road trip across the country just so she can go
Yep.
go and perform in this pageant.
Mm,
And the best thing about the pageant is they're so exploitative of little girls.
Oh yeah.
And she does a burlesque dance, and yet that's the thing that like upsets the parents. And they try to like get her off the stage, and then the family get up there and do this dance number, and then like they say they get in the van, they smash through the barrier to go
Smash through it.
Like it's
I think it should be in there.
But
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if Fighting With My Family lost out to that. I have to admit, it's been probably too long for. I haven't watched it recently enough.
no, I haven't watched it in a long time. But like, I was going to try and watch it this week, I just not had a chance. But so that
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
I do think Fighting With My Family is a good feel good film. It's just that my only niggles come from just being a wrestling fan.
It's not factual.
That's not the remit, is it?
No, exactly. So what we got? How many spaces? And what we got?
Got one left.
So it's between Little Miss Sunshine, Truman Show, Fighting With My Family, and what was the other one?
Oh, it was those three.
Others? Okay.
My hand would go up for the Truman Show. I haven't seen Fighting My Family, and I haven't seen Little Miss Sunshine for years, so I can't recall.
It's down to me, really, isn't it?
Mm.
Little Miss Sunshine.
But it's not down to you then, because now we're down at
Yeah,
2-2-1.
You. Someone's got a buckle. Someone's got a buckle.
I tell you what, take Truman Show out of it, just simply because it is a darker film.
Who was it that directed it? Was it Ben Stiller?
What? Truman
Yeah.
Show?
It was directed by Peter
No.
Weir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking
mixed up.
Cable Guy.
Could just put both in. Fuck it off.
We could have a bonus.
No.
We had a bonus track, didn't we, on our album? We could have a bonus film.
Yeah, put them both in
We've
there.
got rules. We've got rules.
We make them up, man!
People be complaining
Read off
about
the
that.
list, Stig. Read off the list. People pay for this. Read off the list.
Right. So if you want to have a jolly good time and feel
Great week.
a great week and feel uplifted watching a film that makes you feel good, you're having a bit of a shit time and you want to feel good, watch any or all of these films. Paddington 2,
Mhm.
Tick Tick Boom,
Yeah.
Spirited Away, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Mrs. Doubtfire, Singing in the Rain, Thor Ragnarok, Toy Story 3, Moana, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, Cool Runnings, Fighting With My Family, and Little Miss Sunshine. Any one of those films is guaranteed to make you feel better.
Beautiful.
Nice.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You did it. You did it, Stig. We all did it as a family.
So there you go.
Oh, God. Excellent.
There, Gadget. There's a few films on there when you're not feeling too good. There's some new ones there that you can try out as well.
Excellent.
Yep. Cool. So, as usual, all our socials and extracurricular bollocks details are in our show notes and at
Said it so well.
modernescapism.co.uk.
Tell the heat's getting to him.
It's bloody warm, like.
Yeah, modernescapism.co.uk. Get on there; it's really good. Be an absolute super solid person and join our Patreon because you're going to get some extras. You're going to get some absolute extras. What are you doing there, Stig? What are you doing?
Telling you to mention Potter. Tell him Potter's coming. Potter's here.
I was about to. It's on my thing. It's on my thing, mate. So yeah, Kenny Potter starts this month.
It's happened. It'll be out by now.
Oh yeah, and you type people get a taste for free. You get an absolute taste. The only episode you're going to get for free. The patrons are going to get the rest of the saga. And believe me, I was there. I'm Kenny Potter. It's a lot different to Too Faff, Too Curious. Not saying that that's a bad thing or a good thing. It's very different. That's all I'm saying. It's very different. But yeah, next week, happy endings. That's what we're going to be discussing.
Like that time you went to Thailand.
That time I went to Thailand and had a massage. Yep. So we're going to talk about that as favourite happy endings. This is going to be a bit more less wishy-washy than the episode we've just done, where we're just going, yeah, I like that. We're going to deep dive into his favourite happy endings. It's going to be great. It's going to be lovely and positive. So if you aren't a patron, this is the end of the line for you. But rejoice. we'll see you next time. But if you are patrons, we'll meet you in a minute in the green room. So everyone else, you stay classy and positive and all that. If I don't see you next week, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever he fucking says.
You got that, don't worry, you got it.
You still can't do it.
Bye.
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 Right.
I can't end the podcast. I don't want to go.